Hello students, welcome to lecture number 4. This lecture is again on the 6th unit, which is plastic analysis of structures. The topic I'm going to cover under these units are shape factor for symmetric and unsymmetric sections. So we will start with first topic as a shape factor for symmetric sections. So we will learn first what are the steps, and then we will try to solve problems on basis of unsymmetrical sections. Okay, so see here the steps. First and very first step in this calculation is finding a elastic moment. What is elastic moment? A moment in which or a moment which we calculate when the section yet not every fiber of our section yet not reached to the yielding stress. Only the extreme fibers of your section has reached to the yielding stress. In that case, the formula for calculating moment is equal to Fy into, wait a minute, yes, Fy, which is nothing but a yield stress. Only the extreme fibers are experiencing yield stress, into I by Y. I by Y is Z. Z is nothing but sectional modulus. Okay, so we will first calculate I for the section and then we will calculate Y max. What is Y max? Y max is nothing but a maximum distance of centroid from extreme fiber of a section. Okay, then this is the first step. Here you calculate first moment of inertia, then Y max, and put that values into the formula of ME, moment in elastic stage. Now second step is locate the plastic neutral axis. Now locate the plastic neutral axis is very important, because until you are solving symmetrical sections, then it is okay. You are not you will not needed to identify it exactly, because it is symmetrical section only, and it will cut our two areas into symmetrical parts, right? It will cut our section, let's suppose a rectangle. It will a neutral axis will cut that rectangular section into equal two areas, right? But once you are supposed to calculate it for unsymmetrical section, then you have to carefully assume that somewhere in the web or flange region of that part, that section which is you are solving. We will learn that in the unsymmetrical section. Here is the mistake that we are learning for symmetrical section. Sorry. Yes, here we are doing for symmetrical sections, not for unsymmetrical section. Okay, so be focused. Now first step is understood, finding a moment in elastic stage. The second stage is to or a second step is to calculate plastic neutral axis, where does it is lie. Then third step is, if section is symmetrical, plastic neutral axis coincide with the elastic neutral axis. What does it mean? It means that if the section is rectangular, what is it? Rectangular, because rectangular is symmetrical. That's why I taken an example of rectangular section. If it is rectangle, you can say that neutral axis, which is made by the elastic stage, made out of or find out of elastic stage, is coincides with the plastic neutral axis, Okay, so no need to worry about any assumptions in the symmetrical section. But when we do this for unsymmetrical section, we need to assume. Okay, we will learn that here in the immediate next stage. Okay, now the neutral axis will cut our section into two equal parts, and area is supposed to be taken as the area of compression and area of tension, right? And this area will be a half of the total area. Understood? Then the plastic moment. Now plastic moment formula you already know. Plastic moment formula is stress into yield stage or a stress into plastic stage, where all the fibers of your cross section is suffering under yielding stress Fy, right? In that stress, in this stage also you are taking stress in a yielding, then A by 2 is the area into lever arm, where y1 equals to y2 I have wrote, because see, when you cut your cross section in equal areas, the depth of upper part will be exactly the same, so that depth of depth of lower part. Okay, so or you can say the compression and tension both are having equal area, therefore the depth of centroid is also equidistant from the neutral axis, therefore y1 becomes y2. Understood? Now zp is what? Summation of dA into y. That's what this tells us. Area into y is a zp, so simply I can say that mp is equals to fy into zp. Okay, similarly me is equals to fy into ze. There ze was I by y max, where in plastic moment it is fy into what is zp. Zp is summation of area into y. Understood? That's the similarity in both of the formulas. Only the difference is calculation of area and how y is located. Here we don't say distance from centroid, we say lever arm. Okay, that's the difference. And I have already told you that y1 is equals to y2 because section is symmetrical. Now if the section is unsymmetrical, then what we supposed to do? Then assume what I said, assume, that is very important. Assume that plastic neutral axis into flange. Okay, why I said to the flange? Because rectangular section is a symmetrical section. We are supposed to take a neutral axis as a plastic neutral axis, but here if the unsymmetrical section like a T-beam, we are analyzing plastic analysis on this, performing plastic analysis on this. At that time you have to consider, instead of saying consider, I will say assume that the neutral axis is lying in a flange or somewhere in a web at a distance of h from the top fiber. That's what the assumption. Okay, and then web, consider it in a flange or wave from the top fiber, and use area of compression is equals to half of 2. Though the neutral axis is lying anywhere in the web or flange, but we are assuming that assumed neutral axis is exactly cutting our section into half part. Therefore we have taken compression area is equals to 1 by 2, because our assumption is that wherever the neutral axis lies, either maybe in a flange or maybe in a web, it will cut our area, this total area, into half. Understood? Therefore I have said AC is half of the area. Now calculate plastic moment. Plastic moment formula remains same, only the difference is here in the unsymmetrical section. You can understand that if I located my neutral axis over here, the upper area is a rectangular, whereas lower area, wait a minute, yes, this lower area is kind of a T section. So Y for lower area and Y for upper area will be different, right? Therefore I said Y is not equals to Y2. Understood? Now come to the last step. Once we able to calculate moment in plastic region and moment in elastic region, take a ratio of it, that will be a shape factor. That will be a shape factor. Here your steps for calculating shape factor for symmetrical, wait a minute, yes, for symmetrical as well as unsymmetrical and symmetrical both are finished. We can now start analyzing a symmetrical section. So let's start. Here the question reads, yes, here the question reads that, okay, determine shape factor of rectangular section or section of a beam having width of B and depth of D. Okay, so the section is with us, the section is with us. It has a depth D, width B, and what is the stress diagram for it? The stress diagram in elastic stage. First one is in elastic stage, will be like this, right? Because the only extreme fibers are suffering under or experiencing yielding stress, therefore maximum stress is in extreme fiber and it is reduced to 0 from compression to neutral axis and from tension to neutral axis. Understood? Next is your stress diagram in plastic stage. All the fibers of this section now suffering or experiencing yielding stress, therefore all the members or fibers of this member are under the equal stresses up to the neutral axis. Okay, now I have shown compression force over here and tension force over here, and they are equidistant. Y1 and Y2 in this case will be equal. Okay, now tell me what will be the distance of Y1 and Y2. See, this is your D by 2, right? Because this is half and this is half, right? Therefore upper part is D by 2, lower part is D by 2, right? And once this is, we understood this is D by 2, half of that will be Y. Wait a minute, we will change the color. Yes, half of it and half of it. How much it will be? D by 4 and D by 4. That will be the distance of Y2 and Y1. Understood? Now let's try to solve the problem. What is the first step? First step is to calculate elastic moment. So we are taken a formula for elastic moment, and elastic moment is Fy into I by Y. I by Y. What is the I for rectangular section? BD cube by 12. Divide by what? Y max. What is the Y max for rectangular section? It is D by 2, which I wrote in the reverse, 2 by D over here. Now once you simplify it further, it will give us moment in an elastic stage equals to Fy into 1 by 6 BD square. Simplify it in your notebook, you will get the same answer. Now next is a plastic moment. What is plastic moment? Plastic moment is MP. And how to calculate plastic moment? Yes, the formula is Fy into A by 2 into lever arm Y1 plus Y2. Okay, now what is Y1 plus Y2? We already know it is D by 4 and D by 4. This is your rectangular section. It divides, wait a minute, yes, this is your rectangular section. The stress diagrams are like this, and the distance from this, okay, neutral axis, this distance and this distance, of course it is D by 4 and D by 4 as I explained above. So Y1 is D by 4, Y2 is D by 4, and due to it is symmetrical section, Y1 become Y2. Next is, yes, next is your Y2 distance, A2 distance. Now tell me what will be the A2? Area of this rectangle, yes, you can say that area of this upper stress fiber in the compression region. What will be the area of this triangle? This rectangle, it will be half of b into, sorry, not half of b, it is half of this d by 2 into horizontal distances consider as b, so b into d by 2, that will be the area of compression side. Okay, so all formula values are we already mentioned. Simplify it, you will get it Fy into 1 by 4 BD square. Understood? Now calculating shape factor is the last step of this question. How to calculate shape factor? Shape factor is MP by ME. How to calculate MP? MP is Fy into 1 by 6 BD square and ME is Fy BD by 2 into D by 2. Okay, into D by 2. So total, if we simplify it, it gives us a value 1.5. That's the value of shape factor for a rectangular section. Now let's go to the next question. In the next question, question reads, determine shape factor for circular section of a beam having diameter D. Okay, let's try. Again, first is the section we have drawn. It is circular having a dia D. The stress diagram is like this in the elastic region, right? And in the plastic region, what will be the diagram? It is rectangular half in upper side, rectangle half in the lower side. That's the plastic state. In this state, all the fibers of your circular section experiencing the yielding stress Fy. Understood? Now calculation of ME. How to calculate ME for this section? We need to know, for ME we need to know what is yielding stress into I by Y. Y is maximum Y. Okay, so for circular section the I is pi by 64 into d raised to 4. It is formulated, and Y max is d by 2. Of course, diameter is d and half of it will be 2, right? That will be the maximum distance from the centroid of a circle. If we simplify it, we will get Fy into pi by 32 into d cube, which gives us Me. Okay, now calculating plastic moment. In the plastic moment, we need to calculate y1, which is equals to y2. For the circular section, you must remember this is your upper circular part. The centroid of it will lie somewhere over here, and the distance from neutral axis to that centroid, which is nothing but y in our case, is 4r divided by 3/5. Okay, this formula you must have learned under the SOM. Already you learned this under the SOM. I will not explain it how it is formulated, but we will use it now for further analysis. Okay, so we are using that formula over here, pi r divided by 3 pi. Okay, it is, and y1 plus y2, and y1 equals to y2 because it is symmetrical section. Therefore, in the y2 state also we are writing 4r divided by 3 pi. Okay, now let's simplify this term. Okay, before that we need to know what is a by 2. What is the area? Area is pi by 4 into d square. Divide by 2, right? So I wrote it half of pi by 4 into d square. Okay, once you simplify this, you will get answer as d cube by 6. If you want me to simplify it, I will give you it like 4r plus 4r, simplification of this, divide by 3 pi will tell us that 8r divided by 3 pi. Okay, 8r divided by 3 pi. So it is 8, wait a minute, yes, it is 8r divided by 3 pi into how much? pi d square divide by 4 twice are 8. 8 get cancelled. This pi and this pi get cancelled. Yes, we were here for, wait a minute. Yes, 4r, 4r plus 4r, which gave us 8r divided by 3 pi. Okay, further if we solved it, pi by 4 2s are 8 into d square into 8r divided by 3 pi. So this pi get cancelled, this 8 and this 8 get cancelled. So we remained with d square into r divided by 3. Okay, d square into r divided by 3. d square into r divided by 3. Now can I write instead of r or instead of this d, 1 out of this d we can write, yes, instead of writing this as a, wait a minute, I have to write it again, d square into r divided by 3, right? That was the final expression. So instead of r, can I write it is d by 2? So yes, we can write d square into d by 2 into 3. Okay, so it gives us d cube divided by 3 twice are 6. So this is the simplification of it. Now let's start solving for shape factors. So for shape factor, put the value of MP in numerator, put the value of ME in the denominator and find the answer. That's it. Okay. Now next question is for symmetrical section again, and it reads as an I section having flanges 220 mm, 200 by 20 mm, end web is 400 by 10 mm. If the permissible yield stress in a tension and compression is 250 MPa, find a shape factor and plastic moment. Okay, the plastic moment which we need to find first, and then we will calculate shape factor. Let's try. Now this is the I section. As per given dimensions, I have drawn a I section over here. Then moment of inertia, because see, if we want to calculate ME, for ME formula we required Fy into I by y, right? So we will first calculate I, then y, and then we will put these two values into ME formula. Let's do it. So what will be the y max? Y max will be Yt equals to, from the bottom, Yb. Both will be equal because this is symmetrical section. It is symmetrical section. So see, total height is 400 plus 20 plus 20. It means that 440. Half of it will be your section y, half of it will be y. So it becomes 220. Okay, therefore, and from top bottom it will be equal. Therefore final answer for y max is 220 mm. It is only applicable for symmetrical section. This way you can find only for symmetrical section. Okay, now calculating I. For calculation of I, we need to take a help of parallel axis theorem. What we need to take a help of? Parallel axis theorem. What parallel axis theorem tells us? If we want to calculate, yes, if we want to calculate I, or a moment of inertia for different sections, like I am gonna divide our section into these two parts. Okay, the upper one is the first one, first rectangular, and lower inclined line is the second part. If we want to calculate this I for this rectangular section about neutral axis, and again for this incline, wait a minute, let's take another color. Okay, and for this below rectangular section about neutral axis, then we have to use parallel axis theorem. Okay, so how we will do that? See over here. Okay, now for the first section, this one, the area, I will be, for the rectangular section, I will be BD cube by 12. Okay, plus area into h square. It means that I at neutral axis is equals to I at own axis. I at own axis plus area into h square. What will be the h? And h will be centroid of this section, for this rectangular section, to the centroid of our whole section. Okay, you have learned this under the SOM. Still I am repeating and explaining it again. So see here, I will be twice of, because we want to take a whole section neutral. We want to analyze I for this complete complete I section. So I have chosen first rectangular part from top side and from bottom side. Okay, and I will analyze it for one section and I will multiply it with 2 so that both of these sections will get covered. Therefore I wrote twice of, first will be what? I at neutral axis is equal to I at own axis plus area into h square. So first is the I for this rectangular section is BD cube by 12. What is B? B is 200, depth is 20. So B into D cube divided by 12. Okay, then area will be 200 into 20 into center distance. Okay, so from the center up to the neutral y of from bottom, what will be the difference? For this it is 10, from this it is 10, and remaining will be 220 minus 10. So it is 210. It is 210. Next is your, again I have taken this rectangle, sorry, now I am taking this rectangular section, and this rectangular section is, first we need to take BD cube by 12 plus area into h square. So let's start it, and I am doing it for this both of the rectangular section. I will analyze it for one and multiply it with the twice so that I will cover whole I section. So twice of, yes, twice of height B into D cube. So B is 10. Okay, the distance is 10 meter, then 10 mm. Then depth is 200, because 20 is already covered, so 400 half is 200, and that we are taking as a D. 20 cube divided by 12 into area is 10 into 200 into 100 square. 100 square is what now? See here, if this is total 200, what will be the distance from centroid? Of course half of it as a 200. Okay, 100, which is 100 square. Okay, now the formula, if we solve this for this formula and values, you will get I is equals to 406.40 into 10 to the power 6 mm raised to 4. Now calculating elastic moment, ME. So if we want to calculate ME, the ME will be Fy into I by Y max. Okay, so Y we have, I we have, Y we already calculated 220, and Fy is given into the problem. Where it is given? This said, see here, the tension and compression is 250 MPa. Okay, we are putting that value in the our calculation. Okay, 250 into 406.40 10 to the power 6 into divided by 220. Now next is plastic moment, MP. How to calculate MP? For that again Fy is needed. Yes, Fy into A by 2. Here I have written already into y1 plus y2. That is formula. So we have to take calculation of y1 as well as y2 and half of the area. So see, now y will be changed. Y in this section will be, this is your I section, right? This is your neutral axis, and you want y from this centroid to this. Okay, yes, now you want y for this section. Okay, and how to calculate it? We will consider a formula which is a1 y1 plus a2 y2 divided by a1 plus a2. Now we are doing it for unsymmetrical section. Hope you are understanding it. In the previous part we did for I section which is totally symmetrical. At that time we can consider half of the depth will be your y. Correct? But now we are doing it for what? We are doing it for unsymmetrical section which is T, and we are doing it separately for, yes, this rectangular section and this bottom rectangular section. Understood? We are doing it separately for this. So for first this rectangular section, what will be the 200 into 20 into from center to this distance will be 210. Then for next rectangular, it is again depth is 200 and width is 10, and it's from this center to this distance is 100. Okay, divide by a1 plus a2. Okay, once you solve for this value, you will get y1 equals to y2 equals to 173.33 mm. Put this all values. Okay, now this is the calculation for y. Now here it is a by 2. What will be the area? Whatever, find the area of this I section. It is easy now. Finding the area is easy. I am not explaining it. Find the area and divide by 2. Put the all values into the given formula and calculate the MP. MP will be 520 kilonewton meter. 520 kilonewton meter. And that's why the shape factor is, if you put the value of MP is 520 and ME, okay, ME is 460, it is a mistake, ME is 461.81. Put that values into the shape factor formula and you will get the value of shape factor equals to 1.126. Hope you understood all the conceptual part behind this calculation. We will today stop here. In the next section, we will start calculating shape factor for unsymmetrical section. I am supposed to cover it over here, but we will stop here today and we will cover it in the next lecture. Thank you.